saying?
Yeah. I feel you.
Like, he played with varying levels of talent, but I can never say Carmelo played on a team that was, like, strictly built around his shit, except for the old Nuggets team that he ended up leaving because he just didn't like Denver.
With Billups?
After leaving Flip. Yeah. That's like when he had the most success of his career, when he played with Johnson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what Melo needs.
Now, my question is, who was the GM when they got that trade? Because that actually seemed like a pretty,
Chauncey?
Yeah, who was,
It was Kiki Vandeweghe.
Kiki? Yeah, that was a really good move.
He was a good general manager, man.
Yeah. How did they get, this is before my time, how did they get, Iverson? Like, how was that deal, how'd that deal even go?
To get Iverson? You mean what they traded for him? Oh, I'm trying to remember now. Now that you bring that up, that's a good question. I'm trying to remember. Who initially? They got picks. I know that much. I think it was the pick that ended up being Drew Holiday, I believe.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
It was, yeah.
All right, that turned out to be a good trade in the aftermath.
It's Iguodala was already on the team.
Yeah.
Iverson got traded. Then I remember Iverson ultimately getting traded to Detroit for Chauncey.
Yeah.
When you working hard and your money start expanding. I got model bitches wanna lick me like some candy. And them drugs come in handy. Last night.
Yeah, I think that was a much better move than I think people realize.
And I'm sipping on that codeine, not brandy. I'm just stunting on my ex.
That's one of the first times I could think of like a future-focused trade. I mean, I'm sure they happened before, but I think that's probably the earliest one that I can actually remember. You know what I mean? Can you hear me? Call must have dropped. Second. Hello? Yeah. Can you hear me?
I was saying Iverson ended up getting traded to Detroit for Chauncey. That's what ultimately happened. But yeah, I want to say Iverson got traded for the picks that ended up being like Drew Holiday, Nick Young, and shit.
Okay.
I believe that's what he got traded for.
So I mean, they did decent things with the picks there.
I think it was Drew Holiday, Nick Young, and Thaddeus Young.
Yeah. Okay. Thaddeus Young turned out to be a really good pick. I think that was one of those picks that aged really well.
You know what? I've never seen him play, dog. On some real shit.
Thaddeus Young.
NBA 2K, dog. Like, I've never seen that nigga play.
I'm trying to think of the times I did see him play. I've seen him play a few different times. He's good. Really good.
Yeah, I know he's serviceable. He's a starting forward in the league.
I think
most of his career.
He's always put up good numbers in the league too.
Yeah,
especially early.
Put up like 15. like 15-8, something like that.
It's just one of those things when you... Yeah. It's just one of those things when you think about, they had some really good picks that all ended up being good picks, all the picks from those years.
Yeah.
But they just never panned out together.
Let me ask you some shit, man.
Yeah.
What did you think about the Kaepernick situation?
The Kaepernick situation?
Yeah, like the workout.
That was a lose. That was a lose-lose. I don't think there was a good way to handle it regardless.
For both sides?
Well, yeah, actually, when you really think about it, because I think it's clear that the NFL, like, from talking to them, no one was actually interested. So you're having a workout for someone who no one's interested in picking up right now, and then you're putting all these restrictions on it to cover the team's asses when you already blackballed them. Like, don't try and aftermath go and say...
My whole thing is this, right? My whole thing is this. You know what I'm saying? There was a workout had, and there's film. You know what I'm saying? If it was really, like, if there's a team that really was interested, they could have looked at the film by now. Or they would have. You know what I'm saying? For a team to not have even done that, that just tells me everything I need to know. But at the same time,
I think they were just appeasing Jay-Z. And I think Jay-Z's mad because he felt like he was handing an olive branch to Cap. But really, they really just did that for the Super Bowl numbers.
Well, here's the thing, dog. Like, I feel like both sides fucked up because it could have been a win-win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the thing is, it should have been handled differently. Like, it should have just, like, if it was really about, because I seen that nigga Hugh Jackson on First Take. You know what I'm saying? Because he's black. He's black. He was gonna be the coach holding the workout and shit. He used to be a coach in the NFL. He used to coach the Browns and a couple other teams. He's been a coordinator for.
Is he the one that just coached the Browns?
Yeah, he's a black dude that was on HBO when they was on HBO.
Okay, so he's the coach of, what is it called now? Or he's like an assistant for the Bengals, right?
Yeah, he's a coordinator. Like, on the real, his career, he's been best as a coordinator, offensive coordinator, typically. I want to say that's what he does.
Yeah, I think so.
That's been where he's at his best. You know what I'm saying? He's not a head coach type of dude. But anyway,
Tom
man,
Thibodeau?
this
Anyone?
nigga's on there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing with him, though. Like, what he was saying was, like, basically, you know, the NFL wanted to give Colin the best chance. They wanted this and that, and he was going to be there to help. You know, there was black employees from the NFL that really wanted to help Kaepernick out and shit, which is probably true. But at the same time, it's like this, right? If you know both sides don't trust each other, right? You know what I'm saying? And you guys are trying to extend the olive branch, like, for real. When you kind of, like, at least, if not, you know what I'm saying, have the workout the exact way he wanted to have it set up. You know what I mean? Like, at least give the event more time for you guys to come to an agreement on when and where it takes place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like. So my whole shit, I'm just mad at it. You know, it just seemed like a waste of everybody's time.
Waste of everybody's time, made everybody look bad. I feel like the coordinators that had to go to that were like the least important scouts. That's how you knew your org wasn't fucking with you if they sent you to scout that shit.
Yeah. What's up? Hold on real quick. What's up? Oh shit, she got back for 3 months. Nah, not no more. Just wet. Yeah, man, this shit just seemed like a waste of everybody's time.
I've been asking this question a lot lately. Where are we know the top 2 quarterbacks in the NFL are black right now. Of the top 10 quarterbacks, how many are black?
Just the top 2?
It's probably more. That I feel like it starts to become a discussion. It's probably like 6 of the top 10.
Fuck the discussion, dog. This is full-blown. This is the next generation. It just is what it is.
The next generation, for sure.
So
the only ones who really are in the argument are probably what? Stafford and Rodgers and Ryan?
That's what I was going to bring up next. That's what I was going to bring up next, though, right? Because by merely existing, they all help and hurt. All these successful black quarterbacks help and hurt Kaepernick's cause from this standpoint, right? They help this standpoint because you can't say, like, the team can't legitimately say, okay, yeah, we can't sign him because, you know, the style of football that he needs to play to be successful. We aren't, you know, that's not what we do, or, you know, you can't really play at that level because it's hella teams doing it with these players, right? And he took a team to the Super Bowl doing it, right? Right. So that's how it helps this argument. You know what I'm saying? But it hurts this argument from a standpoint of you can't say anything as far as, like, you know, they discriminate against him because of some racial shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, they got all these black superstar quarterbacks who are basically going to be the face of the league.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, they are.
The irony I was looking at, though, because of that shit, the thing I was really looking at, though, is look at Cam Newton, dog. Look how, now you got a trip in the league where they've been paying running backs less and less. Like, Melvin Gordon had a contract dispute. Most of the top running backs over the past, like, 10, 15 years have had some kind of contract dispute.
They'll shell out for them quarterbacks.
But Trip, how Carolina is basically going to boot Cam Newton out the door to build a team around Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
A white running back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he is really good. But yeah, I get exactly what you're saying.
I'm not saying he's not good, but I'm just saying there's been other good running backs too, who, for one, the team wasn't trying to build around them because they weren't trying to pay them like the number one guy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
just,
I think
what they're gonna observation I made. You feel me?
What they're gonna realize is he's gonna get hurt just like every other running back ever. And when he does, then they're gonna realize why they don't pay running backs again.
And here's the thing too: if they don't have a quarterback, what are they gonna end up doing? Running him into the ground earlier than he would be.
Because the thing that makes him such a valuable running back is the fact that he does well with a good quarterback. Because he's a receiving back. He's an all-purpose yards back.
Exactly. But, you know, it's just funny, man. What was up with Embiid, man? I seen Stephen A on his helmet, dog.
I don't know why.
See that. I said, what was up with Stephen A?
I haven't really been following Stephen A recently. I haven't been watching a lot of TV besides basketball games.
I haven't either. I just see the YouTube clips that go viral. He was going in on Embiid because Embiid didn't score.
Oh yeah, Embiid had like the worst game in the history of. Embiid had probably the worst game in history, actually, when you think about it, offensively.
Oh, man.
The worst from a statistical standpoint. He's the first person to go. He was like 0 for 10 or 0 for 13, and he missed all 4 of his free throws or something like that.
I mean,
It's just he's missed the
he
most.
still had 13 rebounds and
Yeah.
like 2 blocks.
Oh yeah, you can't say he had
Yeah,
because he still makes a defensive impact. It's just that from an offensive standpoint, it can't get much worse. No one's ever missed that many shots and missed free throws. Like, no one's had the combination of both of those. So, I mean, he's still the best. He's still the best center in basketball right now. But he has had a really bad game.
Are you kidding me? Are we supposed to grab a box?
Huh?
Are you supposed to grab a box?
Grab a box? Nah. Nah. It ain't enough of them.
But all these quarterbacks about to get paid. I think they realize Dak's gonna have to get the max. You see, like Dak's the analyst. He's the statistic nerds and stuff. He's their favorite quarterback.
Who, Dak?
Yeah, because even though he hasn't put up the super gaudy numbers, he puts up like the numbers that the analysts look for. He puts up those. I mean, it still helps them win games. Yeah.
I mean, they say.
Yeah, you know they got that. I mean, let's be real. The top 2 quarterbacks in football are Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. Then you can make the argument that Watson, in the next like top 7, you're gonna have Watson and how am I forgetting his name? You're gonna have Watson and
Russell Wilson.
And the next 7 quarterbacks or 5 quarterbacks are gonna have Watson, Wilson, and Prescott. Yeah, that. It's like them, and then you have Rodgers. Because statistically, Brady's not even like a top tier quarterback right now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I have to look at where Rodgers' stats are, but if, like the old guard, he's the last one that's still kicking. You see that Phillip Rivers game, man? Right, he should have thrown 5 picks that game. We tore him up, and our secondary is trash.
Yeah, he's old too.
We have like 1 star on our secondary.
Matt Ryan is actually the best out of that category right now.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
What about Matthew Stafford? He's gotta be up there too, right?
He's younger than him.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't consider. I guess Ryan would be around Rodgers' generation. That's like after the Brady That's like after the Brady, Manning, all of them.
Ryan was drafted in 07 or 08.
Yeah, because he was the guy after Vic.
So he's in Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Who else is in that generation? How old's Drew Brees? Is he in that?
Drew Brees is back there with
Drew Brady in them? That's what I thought. Yeah.
Nah, he was drafted. Him and yeah, pretty much around there.
Hey, thanks for the raid, Godson.
He was drafted like I want to say 4 years before Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
He was drafted before Phillip Rivers and he's all like fame in the league at the same time. Matt Ryan younger than all them. Matt Ryan and Joe Flacco came in the league the same year.
Right.
Look at the difference.
Flacco. You know what? Flacco is the white equivalent of Colin Kaepernick. I mean, he hasn't been crucified the same way, but basically the early success quarter. They played in the Super Bowl against each other, didn't they?
Yep.
Both of them, yeah.
Sure.
I mean, they both puttered off. Neither of them was like what their peak was when Cap left the league. or was forced out the league
Well,
brutally.
Flacco lost the Hall of Fame defense.
Yeah.
He lost a good running game, an explosive running game, and he got paid and stopped giving a fuck for like a good 2 years. Which honestly, if you was him the year that they won,
You won young, right? They were both really young when they were playing in that Super Bowl. People probably thought they were up next because it was them and Russell Wilson,
I
right?
want to say I think it was his 4th year. But the thing is, he was going to be a free agent, right? And he had turned down, basically, he had turned down the cheap deal because he had bet on himself. So he turned that deal down. They come back, they win the Super Bowl.
Contract years are undefeated, bruh.
Huh?
Contract years are undefeated. Have you seen Hassan Whiteside lately?
I mean, it wasn't even just that he had a contract year. Yeah, he definitely had a good year, but I mean, you got to think too. He was
good back
on
then.
his rookie contract,
Yeah.
so he was probably about to have his best season. But he didn't know they was gonna win the Super Bowl. I'm sure he had confidence in himself and his team. Like, everybody. I'm sure that's a team that felt like they could win, but they didn't know for sure they was gonna win. So now you win the Super Bowl. Now you got a different talk to have at the table.
Yeah.
Now that it's time to negotiate your deal. So that's what he did. They had to cash him out. He pretty much kicked his feet up. The team, like I said, the defense, he lost the Hall of Fame defense because niggas retired and shit.
Yeah. Didn't the last guy just leave? I think their last guy from that defense, their defensive end, he just left.
He might have.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you lose all that. It ain't just on him, but yeah, he didn't exactly bring inspiring play to the table. But yeah, he definitely is on my G list for just, hey man, that's some G ass shit, bro. That takes balls. And not even balls, it's just belief, like.
You know who was a good quarterback from that generation that flamed out badly?
Who?
Well, one didn't flame out, one got hurt, and the other, because he's from the Jay Cutler. Because Jay Cutler was good before he got diabetes. Everybody who always tries to think of how ass he was a franchise quarterback before diabetes.
He always had a good arm, but his decision making was bad. And that's just not, you can't account that, man.
But his early years with the Broncos, he was able to win games. Yeah.
That's because they were stacked, bro.
But I think his arm I think part of the reason why his arm gave out was when he found out he had diabetes. I really think that was around the same time his arm went out. He had to watch how he ate.
Yeah, he was getting older too. And the thing that fucked him up was when he was in Chicago and he sat out that AFC championship or the NFC championship, man. That's what fucked him up. That killed his reputation, dog.
Right, you know who is way too overhyped, in terms of how he's remembered?
Yeah.
Romo, man.
Oh, yeah. But that's only by Cowboys fans. Everybody else, don't get me wrong, he was a good quarterback. But everybody else, we know what Romo was.
Tony Romo's like Trent Green, man.
And honestly, dog, the Cowboys fans don't care about Romo now. They got that.
Yeah.
They're cool with that. Except when they lose, then they hate him again. Just like Romo. That's how they do.
Yeah.
I mean, we got fans like that. We got fans that really think Matt Ryan is sorry. I'm just yeah. You think Matt Ryan is sorry, you don't know football. You see the numbers he putting up on the team and the way this team is playing this year, it's ridiculous, dog. And the fact that he just now, this season, he missed a game for the first time since his 3rd season, dog. He's a tough motherfucker, dog. He's smart. He make good decisions. No, he's not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Everybody fuck up, but shit, he's a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Just our team, man. Fucking our coaches. Really, it's been our coaching, bro. Like, and this is why I say, especially with bad teams, dog. It ain't always the players just suck. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just incompetence in the franchise. You got to think. Let's say you work at a job and, you know, shit's fucking just, you know what I'm saying, haywire all the time. Don't nobody know what the fuck's going on. Yeah, you're not going to be operating at full efficiency. It's the same way in sports. You know what I'm saying? That's why teams like the Browns, the Bengals, and unfortunately for me, the Falcons are, you know, perpetually inept. This is fucking leadership. That shit starts at the top. Players cannot, like, when I look back on our coaching over the past, like, 7 years, I think that's how long we had Dan Quinn now. Our players won in spite of our coaching. Not because of, like, Dan Quinn, he came to our team as the architect of the Legion of Boom. You know what I'm saying? He was Seattle's defensive coordinator when they won the Super Bowl. So I was excited to get him. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward, dog, we've never had a top 10 defense with him as our coach. Like, even the year we went to the Super Bowl, we still had a 20-something ranked defense.
Yeah,
and
that's
it was
fair.
low 20s. You know what I'm saying? So that means that, and the thing is, dog, Matt Ryan, the next year, our record was I think we was 9-7 or 8-8.
Yeah, you guys fell off.
Matt Ryan.
It was that assistant coach
Matt
too
Ryan,
that you guys let go, right? You guys had Kyle, right?
Well, Kyle Shanahan. Well, he's also the guy that blew the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, dog. The next year, Matt Ryan damn near had the same stats. The next year, he won the MVP the year we went to the Super Bowl. He had damn near the same stats the next season, dog. So it ain't his fault. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the numbers are there. And people be like, oh, he just putting up numbers and the team losing. Look, I don't know a team that can win when your running game is in the toilet. You know what I'm saying? You can't pass. You can't protect the quarterback. And your defensive line can't get penetration. Like, the hallmark of a good defense is the front seven. You know what I'm saying? Or at least the front four. You got to have a strong front to buy the rest of the guys time to cover and do the things they need to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We, on the real, dog, we had 7 sacks on the year as a defense going into last week. And they got 6 sacks. Not this past week against Tampa Bay, but on some up. We beat Carolina, I believe. They got 6 sacks against Carolina. And it's dog, we almost equaled our season output in one game, dog. That's terrible.
Yeah. But yeah, it's I'm just glad Mahomes is healthy again, and we got a bye. So our whole offensive line will
y'all
be
just
the.
gotta get to the playoffs healthy, man. That's it. That's all y'all gotta do is get to the playoffs.
Our whole offensive line will finally be playing together for a game for the first time.
But I will say this much. You guys need to really avoid Baltimore as much as possible.
Yeah.
Well, lie,
here's the pros and cons, right? Last time we played them, I think, without Tyreek Hill, and we won.
Yeah.
And our defense was a lot worse than they are now.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, Mahomes is still Mahomes. He's just coming off injury and with a semblance of an offensive line.
I mean more so about their defense and just the way Lamar Jackson playing this year as opposed to last year.
Well, yeah.
I'm not concerned about Mahomes at all. he's he's an engine, bro. He like Trey Young and like everything. I'm not worried about Trey Young. He earned my respect. You know what I'm saying? Even when like he could be 4 for 16 in a game, and I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I know when the fourth quarter comes, he's gonna try to do something, and he's gonna make something happen. But yeah, man, Mahomes don't ever go 4 for 16 anyway. I just use that as a metaphor. But I'm just saying, like, I look at him as a guy. He knows every game the team's on his back. He's gonna do what the fuck. He's gonna do his job. It's up to the other guys. How will of a job for y'all gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm curious to see. And when I mean the other guys for Kansas City, that means the defense. You know what I mean? Like, what are y'all gonna give us to work with this week?
Frank Clark is looking like Frank Clark is looking like he's at least worth. I don't know. I guess defensive ends are a big deal. He gets paid $105 million. He gets paid $105 million, and I don't think he ever. It's hard to kind of.
The most important position, bro.
Yeah, I think it's hard to kind of figure out how. Like in defense, I think it's like defensive end and cornerback probably are the most. Defensive end, like cornerback. And that's what scares me. Our cornerbacks are trash. They can't stay in front of people.
What's crazy about the Chiefs, dog? I don't know why every time they're good, they never have a defense, man. It's weird. But you know what? We do the same shit, so I can't really say nothing. But it's weird, though. I don't understand it, man. And it's been multiple coaches. It was Victor Mill.
Yeah.
Then, who was the other coach they had after this?
Our team wasn't good when we had Herm. I don't think that's really fair. I mean, I think we made the playoffs, but we weren't good.
They had talent, though.
Yeah.
Larry Johnson was fucking crazy.
He was crazy. He claims he says he has CTE. I remember one time when I was a kid watching the game with my dad, and my dad sees him like
running back. He probably had CTE before he got there, man.
Probably had CTE in high school. We're being honest.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dog. That's why football is.
You know what's really interesting? Kareem Hunt really isn't. I mean, they've been winning since Kareem Hunt's been back. Like they're finally winning now. But between him and Chubb, like he's really not getting the stats that are going to justify him getting a huge contract.
I mean, he never. I like him. Well, I will say this: any time a guy misses extended time in the season and he has to come back, especially with a different team, you gotta give him some time. I think we won't really see the real him till next year.
I don't think he's. I think he's still gonna be just as good, but I think two things. One, and it's hard to say, right? Because they always say it's a combination. Like a third of it's the running back, a third of it's the offensive line, a third of it's the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But he was perfect for our team.
Too.
Yeah.
Receivers too, though. Your receivers can't block, you can't run outside.
Yeah.
That's big.
And I think he was a perfect fit in our team. Like a perfect fit, 100%.
Oh yeah, because he was another weapon, that's what I'm saying.
And he was.
That's where he is with this. When he's not like the main guy on offense or even the second guy. When he's that third guy.
Yeah.
Because on a team like that, there's so many opportunities to go around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And he had that. Thank you for the twin egg and skin shard, Blizzy. But yeah, he's one of those guys that when he first came in, he added a whole new level to Smith. He gave him a whole new toy to play with. And then with Mahomes and him were perfect, because Mahomes, he basically, everyone was so afraid of whatever would happen that he could just go for like 80. And he can play every down. But now you literally have a team that like the team he's on now. The Browns literally have 2 every down backs because they bought really low on Kareem Hunt. So now they have literally just 2 every down backs. So their stats are just like split.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting because they got Chubb. They got Chubb and Hunt. Man,
Hey, Chubb is good.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that quarterback. There is no Mayfield has all the toys. All the toys.
He's trash though.
And the league wants him to be so
He's
good.
trash, bro. Yeah, he's trash. That's that great white cuz, bro. It's that great white hope shit, man. They gonna try to cuz. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro.
All right, I can. We'll at least say this. What's his name?
One way or another, dog. That's what I mean. Like, we don't need to whine and hold signs and shit and beg these niggas for the revolution. All we gotta do is be black and be great. They don't have to ride our dick regardless. They don't have to bow down regardless. Build our shit up. Use our money the way we need to. You know what I'm saying? As far as doing things that are productive for ourselves and, you know, when we can help others, you know what I'm saying? And fucking just continue to be great. Like, Kareem rise to the top regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thank you for the sub, Valache. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub, Blizzy. Hey, I got some Twitch subs in here. You know what Twitch subs do, right? Cuz it's like it's like almost like subscribing to Netflix. Like they watch your content and they pay like a monthly fee for like extra perks and stuff. Yeah. We just got so
man, that's the root.
yeah, thank you guys. Yeah. I sent you your code, Valache. And thank you also for the sub, Blizzy. I love both of you guys. Thank you. Yeah, man. But
hey, where were you when you found out that Apex Legends was the best game that came out this year?
Alright, you know I don't play Apex like that. But I do personally love like the idea of there having a really having a game like that. You know, having a true shooter, a fast-paced shooter that's a battle royale.
Bro, man.
And I have been saying for the longest time that there was gonna either be a Titanfall. I was saying there was either gonna be a Titanfall BR or there was gonna be a Unreal Tournament BR, and whichever one came first was gonna be insane.
And you got both.
Yeah. No, we didn't get the Unreal Tournament BR.
Lie, bro. it ain't no feeling in the world like when you drag some niggas out the jaws of defeat. You know what I'm saying? I had to do that shit in a game last, like 2 days ago, bro. It was action packed, bro. That shit was like an action movie, dog.
Yeah,
dog. I'm telling you, bro. It was crazy, dog. I'm telling you. I love that game, man. And I just started. I could get like, you know what I'm saying, 4, 5, 6 kills on a semi-regular basis if I get a decent team. You know what I'm saying? But man, some games you be the star of the show, bro. You know what I'm saying? I like that shit. That shit fun. And I always play random, dog. I got one homeboy that play that shit I'll play with on a regular basis, but we suck when we playing because we be talking. I can't talk to play that shit. I gotta play. Like, I'll ping shit, say important shit.
Yeah.
I can't just be talking.
That is the one time you get off the phones when you got Apex. I'm telling you, you gotta play this game, this BeatAim. Like, you've, just for the chat, my cousin, he's a audio engineer, and a rapper. You know, you would love this. Like, this game basically, like, remember when I showed you Kovacs?
Yeah.
It's like the
same. I'm gonna get that shit.
It's like the same thing, but you can take any songs. So you can take the songs that you made, like you just get the AUG files, or you can import like any YouTube link and I'll do it for you. And then you can adjust. And
they're your homie made it, right?
And then the artificial intelligence generates it, so it's gonna be a different map. Yeah, it's already out. It's not for the PlayStation though, but I could probably work with you to try and get you to be able to hook it up on your PC with a controller or something.
Get a new computer.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna boot camp my old shit and put Windows on there.
Okay.
But I need to copy a Windows 7. You feel me?
Well, if you want a copy of Windows, honestly, so basically think about it like this, right? Everyone
I got OS 6. I got 10.6.8. I can't upgrade because I still got Pro Tools on my shit, and I'm still gonna use that. You know what I'm I'm gonna get another computer too eventually, so it won't matter in the long run. But for right now, I gotta keep it on there. But we are getting a new studio computer though.
Nice.
To do it today. I wanted to show you that.
That's hype. I need to stop by your old studio at some point. It's like right by me. It's like I'm on 21st Street. I'm on 21st in Washington right now. So it's like right by me. Yeah.
19th. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I looked it up one time, or it came up on like Google, and it was like right by me. Buddha, right?
Yeah, Fat Buddha.
Yeah.
Just call the number. Yeah, just call them. They probably don't remember me, but you tell them I used to intern here. So,
yeah.
Man, it'd probably be best though if you went with my nephew. I'll shoot you my nephew info.
Okay.
And I'll link y'all up.
Yeah, I need people to hang out with here. Yeah. Where you staying at?
I think he's staying in St. Charles now. I gotta ask him.
Okay, so you on the Illinois side.
Nah, he in Missouri.
Okay, yeah, there's St. Charles in both, right? There's like several things.
Man, you know how that shit goes.
Cause they got like, you know, Fallon in both. They got St. Charles in both. It's weird, man.
St. Charles, St. Louis, or St. Charles, Missouri. It's in like West St. Louis.
Okay. Yeah. Man, it's just great. One of bruh. It's great though, cause like this game, just cause you can like, I do. One of my boys was like, you remember those old songs I sent you back from when I was rapping?
Yeah.
Like I could turn those into actual like maps and shit and like practice on.
You should, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, do that shit and send me some screenshots. I want to see what that shit look like.
Yeah, man. Right now I'm playing To A Lot by J. Cole and 21.
Man, Jason got a CD with a bunch of our old shit. I'm gonna burn that shit and send it to you.
Okay.
So you can hear him too.
Yeah, I haven't heard him rap for I think I've only heard him once. Yeah.
Shit, man. Gonna smoke real quick, but I'll hit you back on this shit. I'm at the crib now.
Okay. Yo, you gotta come into the stream so you can see what the game actually works. I gotta show you how it actually works.
Discord?
Yeah, just hop on Discord, then you can see it on like Twitch and shit.
Yep, I got it. I'll hit you back. Alright.
Okay. I'll tell you that, man. Like, peace.
How much money you got? A lot. How many problems you got? A lot. How many people done doubted? A lot. Love you out the rap? A lot. How many pray that you...
But yeah, so these maps are all like user generated, or AI generated. So like the user can create settings in which they operate. So like the rate at which they spawn, the size at which they spawn, things like that. The view within which they could spawn, like how far apart they can spawn from each other, how many of like the tracking ones can spawn, But the rest of it's all decided by the computer. So like if I play this exactly the same, Blizzy, if I play this exactly the same, like this exact same map right now, it's gonna be different. This is the ultimate. I love both the basilisks. I got both. I use the ultimate more for the clicks. It just depends on which. Like this one, this is like 90 grams. I can make it lighter too, without like actually altering it. Cause see, it's got a AAA lithium battery in there with the converter, and I took the back off. The back's like roughly 7 grams or so. The battery, yeah. Because the whole thing without, it's like, no, the battery, the case, the bottom's like 4 grams, and then stock feet. Or not stock feet. These are Japanese feet. They're called, I need the name for them. They're UHMW feet. I think the Hyperspeed would be a great second mouse. I think it would be a great choice for a second mouse. I was thinking about getting a second Hyperspeed for work. But I think I might move either this to work or this to work. I'm probably gonna move one of these to work. I think I might move the 502 Lightspeed. And I'll probably have the G604 for an MMO mouse, because some of my coworkers are playing Final Fantasy 14, and I might be tempted to join in. Oh yeah. This is a Glee pad. Number 27. Yeah. This is the third most recent Glee pad to change hands recently. Toons recently bought Dino's Glee pad. This was Gunfly's Glee pad, and he gave it away. And then I buy it from the person who won the Twitter giveaway. And then Dino's was bought by Toons, and then Jiggy's was bought by Veloce. Yeah. But I'm gonna be reviewing another pad pretty soon, so you guys should look out for that. I'm gonna be reviewing the Cooked Esports mouse pad. I'll show you guys it real quick. This is the next mouse pad that I'm going to review. It was given to me by the guys at Cooked Gaming. Australian esports organization. Check this out. This will probably be the next stream that I do. Not next streams, huh? The Hayuri Ku is an artisan, yeah. And yeah, this is about the same size as the artisan as well. Pretty thick. It came rolled, but it actually unrolled easily, no creases or anything. Stitched edges, feels really good. I might just play a match on it just to see how it feels. Well, I just don't have Lex. I'm not about to just put Lexips on it right now. Here's some over here. You see? There's some Lexips right there. I put Lexips on it normally. For the full stream, I'll probably put Lexips on it. But I can make this work. And at least it's rounded. No, this is PTFE on this one. So it's not as, eh. Oh yeah, that's my big cousin, by the way. You and him would get along a lot. Yeah, it's got really good control. But I mean, that's also just from being a cloth pad, not a hard pad. Of course, there's a little bit of initial friction when you're leaving your resting position, but that's standard for most cloth pads. I feel like this would be fucking amazing with flex tips, actually. Alright, looked at my percentage for a second and totally missed the target. Easiest way to ruin your percentage, look at your percentage. What do you think, Velocha? How my movement seem on it? You guys kind of see the glide for it. And you can get about a spin. I can get about 4,360. That's 2.25 in 90 field of view, which translates to 120 in Quake field of view. Yeah, so I mean, it's not, and truly when you're looking at the glide, huh? Yeah, 90, it's 90 vertical. Oh, okay, for you. Yeah, so it's vertical. I'm playing on 225 cents. Oh, it's source. It's source sense. It's source sense, and then for field of view, it is Rainbow Six field of view. Yeah. This one here. I'll try.
Whoa.
Oh, click underscore exclamation point BeatAim. Those are some really good maps that are already done.
You said keep our business on the low, low. I'm just trying to get you out the friend zone. Cause you look even better than the photos. I can't find your house, send me the info. Driving through the gated residential.
Pretty good pad.
Found out I was coming, sent your friends home. Keep on trying to hide it, but your friends know. I only call you when it's half past, but the only time that I react your side. I only love it when you touch me, not feel me when I'm fucked up. That's the real me when I'm fucked up. That's the real me. Yeah. I only call you when it's half past, but the only time I'd ever call you mine. I only love it when you touch me, not feel me when I'm fucked up. That's the real me when I'm fucked up. That's the real me, babe. I'ma let you know and keep it simple. Tryna keep it up don't seem so simple. I just fucked 2 bitches before I saw you, and you gon' have to do it at my tempo. Always try to send me off to rehab. Drugs started feeling like it's decaf. I'm just trying to live life for the moment, and all these motherfuckers wanna realize. I only call you when it's half past, but the only time that I be by your side. I only love it when you touch me, not feel me when I'm fucked up. That's the real me when I'm fucked up. That's the real me, yeah. I only call you when it's half past, but the
Yeah.
only time I'd ever
Ugh.
call you mine. I only love it when you touch me, not feel me when I'm fucked up. That's the real me when I'm
You have to. It doesn't translate exactly like that. It doesn't translate like that really at all. I think A1 would be a lot lower. What you do, put your quake sensitivity into mousesensitivity.com, put your field of view into mousesensitivity.com, and then change it from horizontal degrees to vertical degrees. And that'll tell you. If you go into his thing, there's an FAQ.
Your man on the road, he doing promo. You said keep our business on the low, low. I'm just trying to get you out the friend zone. Cause you look even better than the photos. I can't find your house, send me the info.
Yeah. I'll probably break this out again for some Kovacs later. I think with Lexip's that pad would be fucking amazing. And I think it's also a really good pad for like lamps. In the sense that you can roll it up just because it's got the weight on it. Man, it's been so long since I've used a hard pad.
Your man on the road, he doing promo. You said keep our business on the low, low. I'm just trying to get you out the friend zone.
What pad were you using before the? That's right, you're using that other glass pad. I don't really know how to compare that.
I can't find your house, send me the info. Driving through the gated residential.
Alright, did you figure out what it actually is? It's your Rainbow Six field of view. That's what it really is. Ugh.
Only God can judge me. That right? Only God, baby. Nobody else. Nobody else. All you other motherfuckers, get out my business. Ready? Perhaps I was blind to the facts. Stabbed in the back, I couldn't trust my own homies. Just a bunch of dirty facts. Will I succeed? Paranoid from the weed. And hocus pocus, try to focus, but I can't see. And in my mind, I'm a blind man doing time. Look to my future, cause my past is all behind me. Is it a crime to fight for what is mine? Everybody's dying, tell me what's the use in trying? I've been trapped since birth, cautious, cause I'm cursed. And fantasies of my family in the hurts. And they say it's the white man I should fear, but it's my own kind doing all the killing here. I can't lie, ain't no love for the other side. Jealousy inside, make them wish I died. Oh my Lord, tell me what I'm living for. Everybody's dropping, got me knocking on heaven's door. And all my memories of seeing brothers bleed. And everybody breathes, but still nobody sees. Recollect your thoughts, don't get caught up in the mix. Cause the media is full of dirty tricks. Only God can judge me. Yeah, baby. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. And only God can. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. Flatline. I hear the doctor standing over me, screaming I can make it. Got a body full of bullet holes, laying here naked. Still I can't breathe. Something's evil in my IV. Cause every time I breathe, I think they're killing me. I'm having nightmares, homicidal fantasies. I wake up strangling, dangling my bed sheets. I call a nurse cause it hurts to reminisce. How did it come to this? I wish they didn't miss. Somebody help me, tell me where to go from here. Cause even thugs cry, but do the Lord care? Trying to remember, but it hurts. I'm walking through the cemetery, talking to the dirt. I'd rather die like a man than live like a coward. There's a ghetto up in heaven and it's ours. Black power is what we scream as we dream in a paranoid state. And our fate is a lifetime I hate. Dear mama, can you save me? And fuck peace, cause the streets got our babies. We gotta eat, no more hesitation. Each and every black male's trapped. And they wonder why we suicidal, running round strapped. Mr. Police, please try to see that it's a million motherfuckers dressing just like me. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. And only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. That which does not kill me can only make me stronger. I don't see why everybody feel as though they gotta tell me how to live my life. You know? Let me live, baby. Let me live.
Pac, I feel you. Keep serving it on the real. For instance, say a player hating marks out to kill you. Would you be wrong for bucking a nigga to the pavement? He gon' get me first if I don't get him. Start praying. Ain't no such thing as self-defense in the court of law. So judges, when we get to where we're going, we're in the cross. That's real. Got him, licked him, crept the fuck up on him. Sold a $500,000 piece. Now everybody want him after talking behind my back like a bitch would. Telling them niggas you could fade us. Fuck, I wish you would. To be them same motherfuckers in your face that'll rush up in your place to get your set. Knowing you on that paper chase, grass, glass, big screen and leather couch. My new shit is so pretty, already sold a key an ounce. Bitch, remember Tupac and Forte? Them same two brothers dodging bullets representing the baby Pac when you was locked down. That's when I'll be around. Start climbing up the truck, so sick, but they tried to clown. That's why they ride the bandwagon, still be dragging, selling lies. Don't think I don't see you haters, I know y'all in disguise.
Guess you figure you know me cause I'm a thug that love to hit the late night club, drinks and buzz. Been living lavish like a player all day. Now I'm about to floss some ball players shit with Forte. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. That's real. Only God can judge me. 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 Only God, man. That's real. Fuck everybody else. Man, look here, man. My only fear of death is coming back to this bitch reincarnated. That's what the homie meant. We about.
Hmm. Hey, what's up, man? What you doing? Uh, uh.
Hello?
Hey. Yo, what's up? Do you have a PC?
Hold on, give me a second. All right, hello? You hear me
Hey.
now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yo, do you have a PC?
Yeah, I do.
I gotta show you. You would actually probably like playing this game.
What's the name of it?
It's called BeatAim. One of my friends made it. Basically, it's like a shooting game where you practice, but it's based like you can take any song off of like YouTube or like a file, and it will make a map for you based on that song for you to play.
Hold on, what you mean it'll make a map for you?
So like, it will make targets for you to shoot at that are in sync with the beat.
Oh, damn, that's okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yo, that's dope. Well, hold on, hey, so what program? So this is the thing.
All right, what program is it written in? Because now it's your programming. It's written in C#.
Okay. So it's a thing now. So I've got front end out of the way. So I'm good in that realm.
You want to learn back end now.
I'm learning back end right now, Node.js. But I don't know how strong of a platform that is. You know what I'm saying?
I've never seen Node.js used in the field, personally.
Okay. So so in that case,
I think C# and Java are the strongest backends. Probably.
Java.
Yeah. Honestly, you should probably.
Python?
Huh?
What about Python? Python has Flask, right?
Flask, yeah, you can learn Flask. I don't think I've seen Python like used like that in the field, but you could use it. It's good to know Python.
Okay.
But I think the two big ones are Java and C#. I think those will always be king for backend. But I think Python Flask is good to know. I think it's just good to know Python in general.
Why are they better back-end languages?
Well, I think the strength behind Java and C# in general is their object-oriented nature. I think that's naturally, that's what they're known for. They're the classic object-oriented language. It's hard for me to explain, like I know it like in my head, but it's hard to explain when you think about it. But basically, so, wait a second, after this map, I'll explain it to you as best as I can. More or less, like, the idea of an object-oriented language is, so, let's say you want to describe a person, right?
Yeah.
And there's numerous, or you want to describe a car, right? And for your purposes, you want to make an application about Audis. you know, or so you're making an app so Audis will have they'll have a chassis, they'll have a miles per gallon, they'll have like horsepower, all those things, right? And then so you'll put all those features in to describe what this object does. And then you decide, hey, I want to expand my app to be able to cover beamers too. And because of that, because you're now covering beamers, you can make the object more general, right? So you can make a class that's just a car class. And then that car class could then...
Okay, I got you. No, I got you.
And then one of the cars could be a BMW, and the other car can be an Audi.
Got you. So in a real sense, you're saying like, pretty much like a real object, like the way the objects are used in programming. You can place a lot. It's better organized in that case.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Basically, it allows for more code reusability.
Okay, I got you.
And then you have this idea of inheritance. So like, for example, there was a method, or there was a class that I wrote today, because I was working on a website that someone had already been working on it way before, and I was adding something new to it. So I'm going in and there's these things that I think I might need. But then I see they have so I'm making a form, right? There's these things that I need for the form. I realize there's already a base form thing that covers a lot of the stuff that I'm already doing. You get what I'm saying? So like, I can then have my class that I was making inherit all the things from that previous class. So maybe if that class was supposed to have things in place for maybe a name or where you live or something, right? All that, I can just make my class inherit that class, and my class will automatically have all those things rolled up right into it.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's less of you actually having to repeat stuff that you already did.
Exactly. That's the beauty of object-oriented. And that's inheritance for you. So inheritance is if your class derives from a previous class, it will inherit all those features. Yeah, there's a parent class and a child class. Is exactly what it is.
Okay, got you.
Same way if your dad has brown eyes and you have brown eyes, right? You have your parents' eyes.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, man, this stuff is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that I would like it, to be honest with you. I knew that I would just power through it, just get through it so I can get this money. But then it's like, oh well, it's actually pretty cool. The more that you know, and the more that you can actually do, and it's kind of freeing too.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I feel like I need to do more things so I could do more. Like honestly, I wouldn't mind. Like I know that sounds like kind of weird, but I definitely would like to create software for like a robot. The ones that like fight and stuff. That'd be pretty fucking dope, man.
Yeah, that would be dope, but that is kind of weird. It would be cool,
You know
though.
what?
I said that would be dope, but that would be kind of weird, too. It'd be cool, though.
Hey. But in that situation, from what I understand, they said Python is best for that, right? Like robotics and stuff.
I don't really fuck with robotics like that.
Gotcha. But yeah, man, so I just in doing this whole like back end thing and learning like the difference between learning about what is it called, developer environment.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me?
Yeah, learn about the different environments.
Yeah, what's the best one that you know of, or one that's like super popular?
What do you mean by you talking about like IDEs to work in?
Yeah.
Well, there are different ones for different things. For Java, I'd recommend JetBrains, and they have IntelliJ, so I'd recommend IntelliJ for Java. For C Sharp, I would recommend, of course, Visual Studio, which I think is probably the best IDE of all time. But it only works for the true Visual Studio. Only works for C Sharp, F Sharp, and Visual Basic.
It works for JavaScript too, right?
I guess yeah. But at that point, you'd probably be better off using Visual Studio Code, which is different from regular Visual Studio. It's also good when I'm doing like JavaScript stuff, like Angular. I'm doing it in Visual Studio Code. For Python, I use PyCharm, which is also JetBrains. Basically, I will use, if I'm not using something by Microsoft, if I'm not using a Microsoft IDE, I'm using a JetBrains IDE.
And do they all pretty much work the same?
No, I mean, there'll be some similarities, but a lot of them, because they're designed to be custom for their languages, right? So, of course, the JetBrains suite will have the same shortcuts and everything across the suite. So, if you're, so from that regard, yeah, they'll be the same. Like IntelliJ, PyCharm, ReSharper, they all use the same shit. But for like, what was the other one called? For Visual Studio is in a class of its own. And it's got its own different commands. All of them try and realize like how you code and try and autofill a lot of the stuff that you would normally write. Some cool things are, do you know how functions work, right?
Yeah.
Some things can like pull functions out of other functions. Like, if you want to make something more generic, you can separate the two. Some of them have tools for you to do that built in. They'll have things so if you write something that really should be its own class, it can do it for you. It can split it out into it for you. There's a lot of really cool things that your IDE can do to make life easier.
Yeah. So have you found it like in the actual field? Have you found it common for companies to limit the amount of lines that are available for a function?
I don't think
Like
they really.
You can't have more than 10 to 15 lines in a function or something. Have you seen anything like that?
I don't think they would do that. But so basically in the field, right, you'll have an architect, right? The architect above a senior developer, there's like an architect, and the architect is the person that basically, they aren't writing the code, but they're writing the rules for which you write your code.
Okay, so they're basically setting the parameters for it.
Yeah. So that's an architecture decision. And like if you're writing something, they might be like, you could write this better, you could write this more efficiently. But different companies want different things, right? If you're working at Google, for example, it might be really it might be based on how fast your actual code executes. So it might really be based on time. So it might look completely illegible, but it runs very, very efficiently. Whereas at another place, they might be like, we have numerous people working within the same thing. We want to make sure the next person to work on it can understand what you're doing. So they won't want you to write it in the most technically efficient way, as much as they would rather you write it in a way that any developer can come in and understand right off the bat.
Gotcha.
Because if you write excellent code, but you're the only one that knows what you wrote, well, that's a problem.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, It's one of those things where sometimes you don't want to use a sledgehammer to sharpen a pencil.
I got you, man. Yeah, so you ain't going out tonight, huh?
Nah. I'm becoming pretty much of a homebody, man.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I'm pretty much the same thing. Literally, as soon as I get home, I'm cracking this fucking laptop open, bro. Real shit. I'm getting some food right now. I'm about to go to this place to get a burrito. They got some pretty fire food in here. It's unfortunate you didn't get to experience this, man. They got this place over here called Mr. Mesquite. Fucking fire, bro. Yeah, they selling crack out this motherfucker for real. I'm serious, bro.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Rakuten?
Huh?
Rakuten.
What's that?
The company, Rakuten.
Oh! Sounds familiar. What do they do?
They make software for Amazon.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about them. Yeah. Hey, you're on stream. One of the guys on the stream, Veloce, was looking into going to school for computer science. But he was taking some breaks from school, and I was wondering, what would you say from having gotten your degree in sociology, right?
Yeah, sociology. Yeah.
And then going back and like looking at it what you want to do with your life now. What would you say for someone when they're thinking about what they want to do with their life after, and if they want to go to school or what they want to do?
Well, this is the thing, because I think, based on our education system, it's like, it's powerful. Like, once you graduate high school, you go to college, you're supposed to, figure it out by your sophomore year, and then you confirm your what you want to major in, and then, or your freshman year, you're kind of late by your sophomore year. But I mean, that's not the way that real life works, and to be honest, it's a bit more flexible than that. So I mean, I think for one, you never stop learning, period. But in this situation, I mean, I think it's completely okay to pursue something other than what you got your degree in. It may seem like a waste of money. I don't see that as being the case for me, because I feel like my degree helped me tremendously with my personal development. But I see, like, also, the people that, get my degree and they go out into the field, they become overworked and underpaid. And I don't want that to be the story of my life. And if you're looking to make a career change, like, that's something that only you can judge the way, you feel about it. Honestly, you're going to have to live your life on your own terms. And regardless of what anyone else says, you're going to have to live with the consequences of your decisions. So that's the way I see it. I mean, even for me, like, there's some people in my family that after I graduated, I started a business, and I know that they were kind of taken back by my tenacity and going for it, because I decided to drive Lyft and Uber, which I wouldn't gain any skills. And I know they probably felt embarrassed by it or whatever. I'm not exactly for sure. I didn't feel it, because I knew exactly what I wanted to get, but it wasn't happening in the matter of time that I wanted it to. And also, I realized, if I continue to do this, I got student loans and everything that's going to come in. It's like, how sustainable is the route that I'm taking right now? And I had to be honest with myself, like, it wasn't as sustainable as I would, hope or wish for. So the reality hit, and it's like, okay, well, learn a high income skill and be diligent about it. And so I chose. Well, I talked to one of my mentors, and he told me about computer programming. So I was like, I'll look into it, and started to dive into it. But as anything that you are familiar with it, my approach was to find people that are smarter than me that do it, and kind of leech off of them for their knowledge, and go through the courses and make sure that you're actually learning, because there are some people that went to school for 4 years and got their degree in this, and you're going to end up having to compete with those people.
Yeah.
So you're going to be twice as good as those people, which means that in your off time, you may end up missing out on going to parties. Like, treat it like a business. If you were to start a business from scratch and you were putting your own money into it, I mean, what is it? Sink or swim sort of situation. Like, you really have to want it, and you have to sacrifice in order to get it. But I mean, there's so many resources. There's so many resources for you to go to that I don't see why anyone that was really dedicated to taking this route, like, I don't see why they wouldn't be able to achieve, landing either landing a job or becoming good at programming. But I think less than being good at it, I think you should, at least try to find ways to have fun with it. Because that's the way I see it now. In the beginning, I was like, I'm gonna just get through it because I'm trying to get this money. But like, I actually find that I enjoy it.
I'm really glad to see that too.
But yeah, that's the long-winded answer to that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. My boy Valusha, he Ethiopian like Hannah.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Man.
The Ethiopian girls, man. Praise God for them.
Yes, sir. Oh man, for all these African women, bro.
And all her friends too. I know you caught yourself. You caught yourself with that East African comment. When she said East African, I was about to say, watch, Shadima gonna enter the chat right now.
Oh, you know what? Hey, that's why I had to backtrack, because you know what I'm saying. Like, bro, I don't know what it is. Like, as soon as after me and Chi, like, I've only dated African girls. It isn't like I'm shooting. It isn't like, I'm like set that as my goal. Like, that's just who I just tend to just genuinely vibe with.
Yeah.
Like the ones that I will bet my feelings on. Said I'll bet something on. I mean, there's girls it is what it is. But if I was to say look, I'm not going to shoot for any other girl except you for the rest of my life. Like, I'm going to be with you. Like, they've all been African women.
African women are great.
And I don't think it's gonna change.
But I've been on and off with, yeah. Actually, I did that one. I did a Nigerian girl one. You remember? Damn, I can't remember her name right now. I'm gonna grab some wine. But man, we don't talk about her no more. Right. Yeah, but I feel you on that. There's a lot of great African women out there. I've been on like a Nigerian, yeah. I've been really connecting with a lot of Nigerian women lately. Which is crazy, because like you see them like everywhere in Arizona State, but even out here too.
Yeah. Hold on, have you met any out there?
Nigerian women or African women? You know, my last girlfriend was Nigerian.
Oh, you said what?
I told you my last girlfriend was Nigerian.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. The one who was there for my birthday when we were on stream.
Okay, no, I got you.
Yeah. Veloce, you there? Oh, he might be playing a game right now. Okay, yeah. So he is.
Let me get a carne asada burrito.
Where you at right now?
I'm at Mr. Mesquite.
Okay, yeah.
That's one of the, I guess,
That
relatively
came.
new places.
Huh? It's one of where?
You said what?
It's one of the new places.
Yeah, well, relatively new. I don't
Okay.
know how long they've been around.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
But-
So.
You said what?
Yeah. What was I gonna say? So he's half Ethiopian, half white.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. And it's really interesting because I don't think we ever took time to really think about the mixed person experience, you know? It's true. It's kind of, when you think about it, it's like, just because if you also think about it, like, just from how we look at color, right? Generally, the lighter people get better treatment. You know, I have people that tell me I'm light-skinned. I'm like, light-skinned how? Because, compared to when you look at my mom, you know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it definitely is relative. But I mean, you are a bit on the lighter side.
Yeah. I didn't realize it until I was probably like 24. But
you know, that transcends like all races though too.
Oh, yeah. But I know when he was talking to me about like how when you're that mixed kid, of course, when you're talking about Ethiopians already like white, basically like light, you know what I mean? Ethiopians are naturally light. And then you mix in being light skinned and just the different experiences he had with white people compared to his darker friends, you know? And it's just interesting when you think about like how they could have that mental experience of being, they feel like they're too black for their white friends and too white for their black friends. You know, I guess it's something that you never really give much thought to be able to really empathize with. But at the same time, they still get preferential treatment compared to us when it comes to dealing with just the world at large.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when it comes down to your interest too, because I think that's like a cultural check in a sense, you know. Because like the fact that I listen, like I like country music, you know. But I mean,
you never told me you like country music. I gotta judge you for that right now.
Yeah, well, hey, you get what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. It isn't. Yeah. But no being.
We got to beat that out of you. I'm sorry, man. We got.
You said you got a what?
We got to beat that out of you. I don't know. It's you.
No sir. No sir. Oh, carne asada.
That's how I know you like low key from the South.
You know, that's really where it comes from, man.
Cause you know, ain't no black person from like the North gonna be able to say that. I mean, I'm sure there's some, but like.
Let's do the pico de gallo, sour cream.
Hey, Velocia, you have a beard, right?
Are you still bro?
I was asking the guy at the stream. I'm pretty sure he has a beard.
Who's that?
His name's Veloce, the Ethiopian guy I was telling you about.
I got you. You know, I didn't know people actually went out on the day before Thanksgiving, man. Popular here.
Well, there's no school, or not school, or work, you know?
You said what?
Like, for me, like, the only reason why I'm up is because I don't have, like, work tomorrow, you know?
Yeah.
And then for, like, students, like, they're all out of school.
You know, I had to cut back on my drinking, bro.
See, this guy, so Veloce says he got more hate from the black kids and more disrespect from the black kids than the white kids.
He said he got what?
He said he got more disrespect from the black kids than the white kids.
He got more disrespect. respect from black kids and white kids.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Well, you're like 20 now, Veloce? Yeah.
Man, you know what? This.
But he lives in Minnesota. He was 20, lives in Minnesota. Just trying to give you some background about him.
Got you. I don't really know too many people from Minnesota, anyways.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like how would you describe your interests, Veloce? Actually lived in Minnesota. I know you live in California now, but I thought you grew up in Minnesota. Or are you like somewhere like what? Yeah. That's what we're talking about. No, you live in California now, but you grew up in Minnesota. You kind of have different interests. I kind of think of like, if I would compare you to a black person, like, that's like pop culture, I would say like a more nerdy, maybe Tyler the Creator? Would that be off?
You said a more nerdy Tyler the Creator?
I'm just talking about like when I think about like his music tastes and things like that. He has very different like music tastes than your typical person, at least for me. Which isn't a bad thing at all. Yeah. So I think you can use that as a kind of a good judge of, you know, like I don't like my music's pretty narrow. I listen to hip hop. I listen to hip hop, R&B, rap, soul. Like if it's not typical, and I'll listen to like pop occasionally. The last rock song I can really remember liking was American Idiot in 2004. And then Hey There Delilah in like 2008 or whenever that thing came out. Like it has to be a huh?
So you like Green Day?
Yeah, Green Day was cool. I mean, the only song I can remember from them is American Idiot. You know, I don't really fuck with like rock or anything like that. You know?
Yeah, Green Day is nice. Yeah, Green Day is one of my favorite. One of my favorite rock bands.
Yeah.
Is that so? Them and actually, it was in high school. In high school, one of my English teacher, I guess he was trying to like expand our music taste, but he was playing like punk rock music that actually had like substance, or he was like, you know, pretty much pointing out music that had substance. And he played the song "Zombie" by Cranberries.
Okay.
I'm almost definitely that you heard that song.
Maybe I have. I just don't know that I heard it. I don't like. You know what I mean? Like I probably heard it, but never knew I heard it.
Gotcha. That shit is fire. Oh man, that song is fire. And then like it just like at some point I thought people like music was just, you know, just simply like just entertainment. But then like that song actually it was about it's about war. But it's basically talking about how what is it called? Like soldiers are zombified because, you know, they just you know follow orders and kill. You know, and I think punk rock has kind of always carried this like, you know, humanitarian sort of like tone to it, or like judging society for the negatives, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Especially because, like, obviously Green Day, punk rock, I can think of what that song was supposed to be talking about.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Well, yeah, man. I didn't know you didn't like country music. You know what's interesting? I find that there's a lot of people that don't like country music here.
It's not that I don't like country music. I just don't listen to it.
Enough to have an opinion on it or something?
Yeah. And when, like, I mean, there's some country that, I mean, there's good music from every genre, right? I mean, I think there's obviously music that transcends its genre.
Actually, I will say this. That is true for about 99% of the genres. Death metal
Yeah, I was gonna say. Actually, what I was gonna say, death metal, heavy metal, screamo probably are the only things that can't really transcend genres.
Except, wait a minute. There's the WWE, right?
Yeah.
Some of their theme songs were metal.
Well, I would also say this, right? When you look at XXXTentacion and you look at guys like what the fuck's that kid's name? Jaden Smith. They do all that weird. Clearly, like that stuff's transcended its genre too, because we have we have like that whole emo rap has got a lot of influences in that. You know, I think Uzi feels like he can probably relate more to like a Marilyn Manson than he can relate to like a lot of rappers.
Give me a second.
You can't listen to dubstep? Hey, did you ever go to any raves? Yeah.
Yo, Andrew.
What's up?
Hey, let me call you back, bro.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sorry. You got so mad. No, I didn't. You got so mad.
Hey, hang up. I can't hang up right now.
My bad.
Don't you be a meanie, thought you wanted me to go. Why you tryna keep me clean now? Now they need me, number one is screaming. No, yeah, you used to love me, so what happened, what's the meaning? I thought you want this for my life, said you wanted to see me thrive, you lied. Now when it's all done, I get the upper hand, I need a big bitch, not another fan, but I still want you as a fan. I'ma need to sit down, don't mean to make demands, but I need you to say to me what you want from me. Just say to me what you want from me. Check it, the tag.
Hey, what's up there, good sir? This game is pretty fun. See. Are you a Logic fan, Veloce? You're about to break my heart right now. You're a Logic fan, aren't you? Okay. I was about to have to end our friendship. You're about to tell me you're a Logic friend. Logic fan. Nah, I don't hate him that much. It's just like, I don't know. So, I feel like some people just try too hard. Yeah, the mod, these looks great. This is the greatest mouse I've used in a long time. These two bad boys. The Razer Basilisk has outdone itself. I say he's talented, like mechanically talented. I just don't think he has anything to rap about. But I wasn't. Yeah, you can import any song from YouTube, so I could go add anything from a YouTube link. Yeah. Yeah, so Drimsy made a lot of songs for this, which are the ones I generally play. But yeah, see? That's what it is for me. It's like, look, man, like you really be trying to make me just think about it all the time. Like you mixed, man. Bitches in the mansion, wrist on, Millie rock them diamonds on me dancing. Start expanding. Looking like some candy. And them drugs come in handy. And no, I'm not. Plan B. You're not real until you've done that a few times. I'm gonna out myself right here. But you're not real until you just had to keep them on deck like that. So you had to keep the plan Bs on deck. I would never recommend it. It's a lot more expensive than you think. Like, there's a reason you only really do it when you got money. Or not even, like, just because, like, when you think of what the downsides are. I mean, those pills are like $50 a pop. Hold up. But they're kind of worth it for the quick throw. Yeah, I used to get them shits delivered, like, regularly. But the male contraceptive, I heard, is actually doing really well. Probably talk about it more once my boy gets on. But yeah, the male contraceptive is supposed to be ready for human testing right now. They're staying in section 8. No savage up. I buy a necklace. Nah. Oh, God. God, this guy made a metal playlist. Oh, God. Hey, man. Like, Whatever you like, man. That's just, you just gotta do what makes you happy. That is the professional response to that. You gotta do what makes you happy. Now, you know my boy, that was just here, he can really rap. Like, he's fucking phenomenal. Hey! Hey! Thank you for the subscription! Ah! Oh my god, thank you! The love, man. The love. Nah, seriously, you just made my day. Thank you, man. Hey, Deacon sir, are you into photography at all? Okay. I'm thinking about getting a camera for Black Friday. You have made it! Hey! But I have no clue what to get. But I'm thinking about like seeing the Black Friday sales on cameras. So if you have any ideas to recommend, it'd be dope. Just got one really, I really want to make the goal of starting to churn out these videos.
Got me some braids and I got me some hoes. Started rocking the sleeve, I can't buy with no jaws. You know how I do it, can close on my toes. This shit is hard.
Yeah. I've got no clue. Yeah, just what would be really good for like doing YouTube videos. So I got the crispy camera quality. Yeah, send me a link to his Twitch on Discord. That way I can like go back and maybe see like the items that he uses and stuff. Yeah, man. I think we might officially be out of liquor. We have to remedy that soon. I know it started popping. He's a WoW streamer, right? He's like the biggest WoW streamer. Never watched him, but I know him. Like, I know of him. Hey, did you check out any of the maps? Did you check out any of the maps that Drimsy has? I mean, I'm surrounded by surge protectors. I've got, within like 5 feet of me, 2 surge protectors. How much you think it would run me? So I'm also thinking about getting that new, I told IPS Blue that on this next, Kickstarter that he's doing, the next Indiegogo, I want to get that mouse. The fingertip only mouse. Gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
My bitch love do cocaine. Ooh, I fuck a bitch, I forgot name. I can't buy me no wetter rain. Rather go and buy ball mains. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Spent 3 racks on new chain. My bitch love do cocaine. Ooh, I fuck a bitch, I forgot name. Yeah, I can't buy no bitch no wetter rain. Ooh, rather go and buy ball mains. Ayy, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. My lean cost more than your rent. Ooh, your mama still live in the tent. Yeah, still slanging dope in the jets. Huh? Me and my grandma take meds. Ooh, none of this shit be new to me. Nope. Fuck with my teacher called tutory. Yeah. Bought some red bars, cost allergies. Fuck your airline, fuck your company. Fuck it. Bitch, your breath smell like some cigarettes. I'd rather fuck a bitch from the project. Yeah. They kick me out the plane off preset. Now a little pump flying private jet. Yeah. Everybody scream for WestJet. Fuck em. Lil Pump still stuck that meth. Yeah. Playing on wrist, sipping on tag. Fuck a little.
Did he just say he does meth?
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
He didn't just say that, did he?
Gucci gang, spread 3 racks on new chain. My bitch love do cocaine. Ooh, I fuck a bitch, I forgot name. I can't buy me no wetter rain. Rather go and buy ball mains. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Spent 3 racks on new chain. My bitch love do cocaine. Ooh, I fuck a bitch, I forgot name. Yeah, I can't buy no bitch no wetter rain. Ooh, rather go and buy ball mains. Ayy, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, let me know.
Gucci gang, ooh, that's it right now, T-J. Lil Pump, yeah. Gucci gang, ooh, yeah. Big head on the Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Spread 3 racks on new chain. My bitch love do cocaine. Ooh, I fuck a bitch, I forgot name. I can't buy me no wetter rain. Rather go and buy ball mains. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Spent 3 racks on new chain. My bitch love do cocaine. Ooh, I fuck a bitch, I forgot name. Yeah, I can't buy no bitch no wetter rain. Ooh, rather go and buy ball mains. Ayy, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. My lean cost more than your rent. Ooh, your mama still live in the tent. Yeah, still slanging dope in the jets. Huh? Me and my grandma take meds. Ooh, none of this shit be new.
Oh, that's the line. It said him and his grandmother take meds. That line's it's a funny line. I'll give him credit for that.
Smell like some cigarettes. I'd rather fuck a bitch from the project. They kick me out the plane off preset. Now a little pump flying private jet. Everybody scream for WestJet. Lil Pump still stuck that meth.
No, he did say he did meth. No, no. Why? Why are we condoning this? Why?
My bitch love do cocaine. Ooh, I fuck a bitch, I forgot name. I can't buy me no wetter rain. Rather go and buy ball mains. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Spent 3 racks on new chain. My bitch love do cocaine. Ooh, I fuck a bitch, I forgot name. Yeah, I can't buy no bitch no wetter rain. Ooh, rather go and buy ball mains. Ayy, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Alright, so there's way higher levels. Like, but yeah, you can literally change all the settings to make it more challenging. Like, you can bring in a song. Like, I mean, I'll take a song for one of my boys, right? We'll go here. And I'll take YouTube, Water Like Soul. And then I take this, and then it help you stay on beat. I love it. Gonna help you out in the cookout. So I'll go like this. Check this out, that good sir. YouTube link.
Oh Lord, Jesse made another one. Huh? Packing the mail, it's gone. She like I smell cologne. Yeah, I just signed a deal, I'm on. Yeah, yeah. I go where I want, good. Play it
Bruh.
let's do it. I'm a young CEO, sure. Yeah. The first nigga play on my body, a nigga. I just check my balance, I probably pull up to your hood and come buy me a nigga. No cap. You know that your hoe told you that nigga crazy. Don't think that she lied to you, nigga. Bitch.
So it made this, and then I can go. This is what happens when you first do it.
Yeah.
This is a very
Leak. All black. Rooting for everybody black, and that's just how I'm feeling. And I need all on the ship, I'm taking no 360s. And I need all black designers, I ain't rocking Fendi. Ain't go crazy to this song, so I know you with it. Rooting for everybody black, and that's just how I'm feeling. And I need all on the ship, I'm taking no 360s. And I need all black designers, I ain't rocking Fendi. Ain't go crazy to this song, so I know you with it, know you with it. Just wait until they get a load of me. I'ma make them see glow up and take the boss's seat and then point to Calvary. He told me to set the captives free. I took it literally. That militant spirit make a coward get with it. I'm here to change the game, you can bet that I'm with it. And I got soldiers all around me and they call me lieutenant. Issa Rae and Lisa Ray, I'm supporting every shade. It's been a long time coming, but them lies are starting to fade. I'm from the shores of the Atlantic, pressurizing, don't you panic. And if we talking free your souls, then I'm a bandit. I've been contemplating couple years that I've been waiting. Take the game west of Virginia like I was Steve Slater. H&M, y'all gon' feel it too. I'm Killmonger, I'm invincible. It's all about the principle.
yeah. So these are some of my boys from college.
Talk outside my face so you can get the picture. Rooting for everybody black, and that's just how I'm feeling. And I need all on the ship, I'm taking no 360s. And I need all black designers, I ain't rocking Fendi. Ain't go crazy to this song, so I know you with it. Rooting for everybody black, and that's just how I'm feeling. And I need all on the ship, I'm taking no 360s. And I need all black designers, I ain't rocking Fendi. Ain't go crazy to this song, so I know you with it, know you with it.
How do you feel about Darius being incarcerated?
I'm upset, and honestly, that's my guy. I don't know what's wrong with this justice system. All I know is they need to free my guy right now.
All right. And how long have you been out here?
We trying to get that bag up from Cali.
This is my boy that you had just heard on stream.
My nigga, the second line. The blame is on the system for all of these scattered diamonds. You lying if you say racism, then I make your mongols. I'm staring in the mirror, reflection, it ain't T'Challa. I know we're gladiators that never made it to college. The tricks all in the gauntlet make David run from Goliath. We speed in misdirection while racing out of the bottom. Now if I tell the story, then I gotta tell it all. If you ain't about that life, then nigga, please don't get involved. My grip is strictly tied to my word in this law. When it's born, in this bond over every single cause. Rooting for everybody black, and that's just how I'm feeling. And I need all on the ship, I'm taking no 360s. And I need all black designers, I ain't rocking Fendi. Ain't go crazy to this song, so I know you with it. Rooting for everybody black, and that's just how I'm feeling. And I need all on the ship, I'm taking no 360s. And I need all black designers, I ain't rocking Fendi. Ain't go crazy to this song, so I know you with it, know you with it.
That's funny. And then say you can go, and when you're going in here, you can go to generator. You can go into here. Then you can go into you can edit it. Alright. Yeah. Let me remove this song. Okay. What song are you requesting? I'm curious. Hmm. I'm scared. Alright. Alright, can you send it to me again? I need you to post it one more time so it appears on the actual. I'm trying to catch it from my browser. Let me see what this is first before let's be smart here. Okay. Alright.
Oh Lord, Jetson made another one. Huh? Packing the mail, it's gone. She like I smell cologne. Yeah. I just signed a deal, I'm on. Yeah, yeah. I go where I want, good, good. Play if you want, let's do it. I'm a young CEO.
Yeah. Actually.
The first nigga play on my body, a nigga. I just check my balance, I probably pull up to your hood and come buy me a nigga. No cap. You know that your hoe told you that nigga crazy. Don't think that she lied to you, nigga. Bitch. Get caught with your hoe when I'm popping them both. Now they hot just like Bobby and Whitney. Say I'm the GOAT, act like I don't know. But fuck it, I'm obviously winning. Don't make
God, family, my fans, and the money is the only thing that count. You did.
How long is this file? This should work. It's been a while since I've used it to actually generate my own songs.
We never had it, so I provided. I never stress, you blessed, but that don't mean I won't do things that I regret.
Only God can judge me. That right? Only God, baby. Nobody else. Nobody else. All you other motherfuckers, get out my business. Perhaps I was blind to the facts.
Yeah, there's sometimes it just doesn't. Yeah. It's probably the plugin. Because it relies on the plugin for some of this stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I would just go with her. I'm looking for particular. Let me see her actual. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that song's not up there anymore. Uh, what song? But yeah, a lot of these, if you go to here, you can see some that have been really like well designed already. Yes, got the new version. Done. Yeah. I don't think you would want that. Because, like, if you were to look at one of these files, right? So at the end, what it does is it generates a really complex file. Or not, it generates a JSON file. So here's kind of an example of what one of these things looks like. This is what one of these things looks like, for example. And you can see the URL right there. That's what, like, the end goal is. What? One of my favorite songs? I want to play this song real quick. I got plenty of real rap on here. Alright, give me a second. Let me play this one real quick. I want to see if I can do this one on Graduate Plus. So I'll do this for like 2 to 3 runs. Then I'll start checking out other music again. Talk about real rap. These are the 2 highest young rappers, or not young, but highest new rappers in the game. You can't tell me these guys aren't cold as fuck. Niggas acting like they got the back, I'm trying to stop it up. Do this for the bro down the road, gotta lock it up. All you gotta do is say smoke, then we popping up. Baby got the streets on. And you see, you can really make these maps into very complex things. I'm really a millionaire still in the project. Baby putting on for the city. Baby he the realest. Baby probably got a couple million. Baby having 4 or 5 killers. Baby got children. Baby probably still drug dealer. And there's usually a front end develop way to edit maps, but I'm not sure if that's still available right now. Just because there's some things that they've allowed the way to make various versions of the same song, various difficulties. It'll probably be a second before you can edit the various difficulties of a song.
How they bought a baby in the end, not getting his dick up. Why he keep the fire and throw them foes in every picture, nigga?
Baby putting on for the city. Baby,
And the rest.
Baby probably got a couple million. Baby having 4 or 5 killers.
So have you guys heard of Lil Baby and what makes him so insane? This guy. He was actually like, he was a legend in the streets. I wouldn't say a legend, but this guy, he was a real one on the block. And the way everyone, like people knew he could rap, what got him rapping is Young Thug finally said, you know what? I know you make a lot of money off the streets. Every dollar that you lose from being in the studio instead of on the street, I'll give you that out my own pocket. So let's say this guy would have made like 2 racks that day, and because he was in the studio, he only was able to make like 500. Then Young Thug would give him the other 1.5 out of his pocket. And now he was able to convert over to rap.
Weezy out of here. Weezy out of here.
Rest in peace, bankroll, showing how to do it. Baby going crazy, he been getting straight to it. I done caught him many fights, and I'm fucking on storage. Catch me in Atlanta, no security with my jewelry.
Weezy out of here. Weezy out of here.
Rest in peace, bankroll, showing how to do it. Baby going crazy, he been getting straight to it. I done caught him many fights, and I'm fucking on storage. Catch me in Atlanta, no security with my jewelry. Found out I'm rich, my baby mama talking soon. Another bitch telling lies on the pussy like you screwing me. Catch him down bad, that's his ass, nigga, you and me. Side diamonds on the chain, ain't fooling me. We was skipping school on the train, that the trunk. See my main probably turned into a rag, time I rock it. I pray the judge get a boy a bus so I can pop it. We was in the hood, selling bathroom choppers, all the fucking around and tried to go and lease a helicopter. Baby, really a problem, somebody gotta stop him, man. I'm haters watching too hard, I think they got binoculars. Every nigga with me, I'm go, it ain't no stopping us. Niggas acting like they got the back, I'm trying to stop it up. Do it for the bro down the road, gotta lock it up. All you gotta do is say smoke, then we popping up. Baby got the squeeze.
Fuck!
I've been going hard, it's gonna be hard for you to talk that. I make it look easy, but this shit really a process. I'm really a millionaire.
They're in the projects.
Baby putting on for the city. Baby, he the realest. Baby,
Yeah,
baby having 4 or 5 killers. Baby got children. Baby probably still drug dealer. Baby ain't a trapper, he a rapper. Baby making classics. Baby in the hood getting active. Baby keep it real with his people. Baby like a preacher. Baby probably still saying real.
Baby probably still got them bows. I told my bitch I'm faithful, but I still got the hoe. Baby getting jiggy, on stage with the glizzy. Baby CEO, shake the game like he did it. You would think it's Mardi Gras, got the bitches showing titties. And I ain't throwing beads, pulling bitches weed. Stalling bitches out if I'm a daughter, she a flea. When I fuck a doggy style, the only time I'm on my knee. I barely wanna hit her, got her begging, baby, please. I tell the bitch to shut up, you bout to fuck my nut up. The label CEO keep begging me to kick the gun up. They know, you play with baby, beat him cut up. Private plane Wi-Fi on the FaceTime with Johnny. I told him ice my wrist up, I like to hold my fist up. How they bought a baby in the end, not getting his dick up. Why he keep the fire and throw them foes in every picture, nigga?
Baby putting on for the city. Baby, he the realest. Baby probably got a couple million. Baby having 4 or 5 killers. Baby got children. Baby probably still drug dealer. Baby ain't a trapper, he a rapper. Baby making classics. Baby in the hood getting active. Baby keep it real with his people. Baby like a preacher. Baby probably still saying real.
I don't think you guys are gonna have something that I'll enjoy more than that, but we'll see. Let me see what that gets. Honestly, I'm wondering if it's because of I wonder if it's because of how this YouTube video is. I think we have different tastes within rap.
Packing the mail, it's gone. She like I smell cologne.
I wonder if it's how that YouTube file is generating all that extra stuff on top of it.
Rest in peace, young nigga. There's a heaven for you. Be alive if I told you that I never thought.
Yeah, you see how it generates all this? I'm wondering. We'll even take the full thing and save it. I don't think it's gonna like this at all.
Oh Lord, Jetson made another one. Huh? Packing the mail, it's gone. She like I smell cologne. Yeah. Just on the deal, I'm on.
This isn't like that. Let me see. But it's gonna be some type of parody rap. Aw, GJ. Juicy cool. See how it likes it.
I go where I want, good. Play if you want, let's do it. I'm a young CEO, sure. Yeah. The first nigga play on my body, a nigga. I just check my balance, I probably pull up to your hood and come buy me a nigga. No cap. You know that your hoe told you that nigga crazy. Don't think that she lied to you, nigga. Bitch. Get caught with your hoe when I'm popping them both. Now they hot just like Bobby and Whitney.
Wonder if my version still has the YouTube generator. Oh, you went to sleep.
Oh Lord, Jetson made another
Look over the whole.
Packing the mail, it's gone. She like I smell cologne. Yeah. I just signed the deal, I'm on. Yeah. I go where I want, good. Play if you want, let's do it. I'm a young CEO, sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. I think I might have an older version of the client or of the plugin. Yeah, this one.
Yeah. The first nigga play on my body, a nigga. I just check my balance, I probably pull up to your hood and come buy me a nigga. No cap. You know that your hoe told you that nigga crazy. Don't think she lied to you, nigga.
Fuck, I'm actually getting fucking pissed off.
Just like Bobby and Whitney. Say I'm the GOAT, act like I don't know. But fuck it, I'm obviously winning.
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna work for me. But we'll try it one more time, and then after that, I'm done trying to try new stuff.
Oh Lord, Jetson made another one. Packing the mail, it's gone. She like I smell.
God fucking damn it! What the fuck? Yeah, I'm starting to get in a bad mood.
Yeah, I just signed the deal, I'm on. Yeah. I go where I want, good. Play if you want, let's do it. I'm a young CEO, sure. Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, yeah, it's just not working for me. I mean, I've listened to tons of Juicy J, bruh. I know Juicy J. Cause I used to listen to a lot of Wiz too back in the day. I listened to 3 6 Mafia probably before you were like, it would even process it. I mean, I'm sure I've heard it before. You gotta remember, let's see, I was in college in 2013. So there's a good chance I heard it. UCJ actually went to my school at one point. But I'll see what's up with my thing. I think me and Drimsy were talking about it. I think I might need a newer version of the plugin. Oh God.
taking to give it the poem, toss a Picasso. She killing everybody off is the motto. And I'll be the only chopper that's tossed in the brothel. You said it's pathetic, my head is off in the taco. I'm spending you better, you in the coffin when I go.
Denmark.
I'm headed up, yeah, headed for bucks. Fuck 'em all, make 'em feel my dread like I had a head of locks. Feeling revoked like you had dead shots. When I hop on the fucking beat, then I worldwide chop. When I fuck with Tech 9, stop the pine, smoke a beat with Mr. Busta Rhyme. Well, sure, why not? Really don't need to show any more of my
Bro, I'm so bad right now. I'm tired.
with the pits hole in the watch. And drop a verse before you can focus to read the clocks. American is out of control. Heat it up, beat it up, then I gotta go. But I'm a dump truck to send another load. Beat a pop it up, a pile of peppers in your throat with an alien hole.
Bro, why I keep... My arm's getting tired.
And then they ask, what in the world is you proving when you already the best? And what the hell is you doing? Well, I'ma be chopping and cutting and breaking and beating and shaking and fucking everything until I make no further mistaking and busting everything up like a fucking nigga Jamaican and shutting everything up, especially the ones who be hating and loving everything until I got them stuttering stupid. You hear him now? Do it. Please, why you gotta try? We already know that you be the nicest, and now I'ma come and kill him, get him, hit him and finish him and bang him in the head and diminish him and then I'll hit him and giving him a minimum. Keeping it coming and killing him. Then he gotta be drilling him. Thinking they gotta be feeling them. Spitting lithium, see the way a nigga be spilling them and getting them stupid to the point where there's no forgiving them. Hoping you're listening and you're paying attention and you're witnessing the way that I be crushing in the mic and getting in the zone. I be flattening and packing and people from the front to the back and then got me acting a fool and blacking nigga. Now I'm
No, there's more. Oh, fuck me.
music.
Bruh. Yeah, I've listened to his mixtape so far. Memphis rap. 3-6 Mafia. After that, it became 3-6 Mafia and Yo Gotti. And then it came to Young Dolph, and now there's Block Boy JB, and there's K Keith. It's all Memphis rap. Nah, I know what you're talking about. DJ is good regardless. I mean, you have to remember, it's still all their technical ability. You know, I appreciate the technical ability in it. Like what I just listened to is a lyrical miracle. Not lyrical miracle, a technical miracle. They could all rap that fast on beat and handle their breathing patterns and all that. Yeah. I know I can't do this one, but we'll try it. Tech Nine's from my city. Yeah. I could probably do better on that, like, if I'm, like, really tuned in. But, like, yeah. Not myself right now.
Saw the way she looked me in my eyes. She said, baby, I am not afraid to die. Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. Phantom, that's alright. Inside all white. Like something you ride a sled down. I just want that head. My brilliant, I'm mad. Her brilliant, her man now. Everybody got the same swag now. All the way that I chat now. All the way to the top, all the way to my best falling, no. Every time that you leave your spot, your girlfriend call me like, come on, no. I like the way that she treat me, gon' leave you, won't leave me, I call it that Casanova. She said I'm insane, I might blow my brain out. Hey, Johnny, all the pain out. Please, Johnny, make it go away. I'm committed, not addicted, but it keep controlling me. I done pain, I can feel it, I swear that it's slowing me. Yeah, I don't really care if you cry. I don't really care if you cry. I really shouldn't ever lie. Should've saw the way she looked me in my eyes. She said, baby, I am not afraid to die. Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge.
Hey, what's the most recent match you've gotten, Declan, sir?
God can judge me.
Let's see how this plays.
Turn down for what? 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 Bob it loud, another round of shots. Bob it loud, another round of shots. Bob it loud, another round of shots. Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
Stop it. Stop it. That's terrible. Oh.
This will probably be the last song.
Also, they have like there's rankings, so you can actually like the top maps have rankings and stuff on them, and they have competitions.
I just want you. You sound like
gonna do this on Graduate Plus just to make sure. I do everything. I'm trying to at least do everything on Graduate Plus. What the fuck? What the fuck did my mouse just do? What the fuck was that? What the fuck? Did you see that? It just like turned off, basically. Did you see that? It just didn't move. The mouse is secretly out to get me. Mm. This is what you do. This is how you clean your glue pad. Proper way to clean it. That's isopropyl rubbing alcohol. This is how Meowgly cleans his. Isopropyl rubbing alcohol on a microfiber cloth. Have you tried it with Pledge? You have to at least try it with Pledge once. This is my favorite song ever. In case you're curious. This is my all-time favorite song.
Trust me, I know you've been through more than most of us. So what are you? What are you so afraid of? Darling, you give but you cannot take love.
Yeah. I needed to hear that shit. I hate when you're submissive. Passive aggressive when we're texting, I feel the distance. I look around at peers that surround me, these niggas tripping. I like when money makes a difference, but don't make you different. Started realizing a couple places I could take it. I wanna get back to when I was that kid in the basement. I wanna take it deeper than money, pussy, vacation. And influence a generation that's lacking the patience. I've been dealing with my dad, speaking of lack of patience. Just me and my old man getting back to basics. We've been talking about the future and time that we wasted. When he put the bottle down, girl, that nigga's amazing. Well, fuck it, we had a couple Coronas. We might have wrote a white paper, just something to hold us. We even talked about you in our couple of moments. He said we should hash it out like a couple of grown-ups. You a flower child, beautiful child, I'm in your zone. Looking like you came from the 70s on your own. My mother is 66, and a favorite line that hit me with is who the fuck wants to be 70 and alone? You don't even know what you want from love anymore. I search for something I'm missing and disappear when I'm bored. But girl, what qualities was I looking for before? Who you settling for? Who better for you than a boy, huh?
I love me enough for the both of us. That's why you trust me. I know you've been through more than most of us. So what are you so afraid of? Darling, you give but you cannot take love.
Thinking about Texas back when Portia used to work at Treasures. Or further back than that, before I had the Houston leverage. When I got Summer on Michael Kors with my mama's debit. A week of tempered flex and I'll never forget it. Cause that night I played her 3 songs. Then we got to talking about something we disagreed on. Then she started telling me how I'd never be as big as Trey Songz. Boy, was she wrong. That was just negative energy for me to feed off. Now it's therapeutic, blowing money in the Galleria. A Beverly Center Macy's where I discovered Bria. Landmarks of the muses that inspired the music. When I could tell it was sincere without trying to prove it. The one that I needed was Courtney from Hooters on Peachtree. I've always been feeling like she was the piece to complete me. Now she engaged to be married, what's the rush on commitment? Know we were going through some shit, name a couple that isn't. Remember I talk in the parking lot of the Ritz, girl, I felt like we had it all planned out. I guess I fucked up the vision. Learning the true consequences of my selfish decisions. When you find out how I'm living, I just hope I'm forgiven. It seemed like you don't want this love anymore. I'm acting out in the open, it's hard for you to ignore. But girl, what qualities was I looking for before? Who you settling for? Who better for you than the boy, huh?
I wish Drake got with Courtney from Hooters on Peachtree too, man. Probably would have been a good one.
Up out of there. Ain't nothing but a gangsta party. Oh shit. You done fucked up now. Ain't nothing but you done
Well, it's fine.
It's on some old Tommy Compost Dice Raw shit, you know?
We kicked it, you been caught up with them bitches. I don't get it, you're a star love. You shouldn't have to deal with that. I'd never make you feel like that. 'Cause I love me enough for the both of us. That's why you trust me. I know you've been through more than most of us. So what are you so afraid of? Darling, you give but you cannot take love.
Yeah, I needed to hear that shit. I hate when you're submissive. Passive aggressive when we're texting, I feel the distance. I look around at peers that surround me, these niggas tripping. I like when money makes a difference, but don't make you different. Started realizing a couple places I could take it. I wanna get back to when I was that kid in the basement. I wanna take it deeper than money, pussy, vacation, and influence a generation that's lacking the patience. I've been dealing with my dad, speaking of lack of patience. Just me and my old man getting back to basics. We've been talking about the future and time that we wasted. When he put the bottle down, girl, that nigga's amazing. Well, fuck it, we had a couple Coronas. We might have wrote a white paper, just something to hold us. We even talked about you in our couple of moments. He said we should hash it out like a couple of grown-ups. You a flower child, beautiful child, I'm in your zone. Looking like you came from the 70s on your own. My mother is 66, and a favorite line that hit me with is who the fuck wants to be 70 and alone? You don't even know what you want from love anymore. I search for something I'm missing and disappear when I'm bored. But girl, what qualities was I looking for before? Who you settling for? Who better for you than a boy, huh?
I love me. I love me enough for the both of us. That's why you trust me. I know you've been through more than most of us. So what are you? What are you so afraid of? Darling, you give, but you cannot take love.
Thinking about Texas back when Portia used to work at Treasures. Or further back than that, before I had the Houston leverage. When I got Summer on Michael Kors with my mama's debit. A week of Tempted Flex and I'll never forget it. Cause that night I played her 3 songs. Then we got to talking about something we disagreed on. Then she started telling me how I'd never be as big as Trey Songz. Boy, was she wrong. That was just negative energy for me to feed off. Now it's therapeutic, blowing money in the Galleria. A Beverly Center Macy's where I discovered Bria. Landmarks of the muses that inspire the music. When I could tell it was sincere without trying to prove it. The one that I needed was Courtney from Hooters on Peachtree. I've always been feeling like she was the piece to complete me. Now she engaged to be married, what's the rush on commitment? Know we were going through some shit, name a couple that isn't. Remember I talked in the parking lot of the Ritz, girl, I felt like we had it all planned out. I guess I fucked up the vision. Learning the true consequences of my selfish decisions. When you find out how I'm living, I just hope I'm forgiven. It seems like you don't want this love anymore. I'm acting out in the open, it's hard for you to ignore. But girl, what qualities was I looking for before? Who you settling for? Who better for you than a boy, huh?
I love me. I love me enough for the both of us. That's why you trust me. I know you've been through more than most of us. So what are you? What are you so afraid of?
Been an Eastside team, Scarborough team from time G. Been about the team them from time G. So I don't know what's wrong with you little waste man out here, eh? Y'all need to know yourself.
One song I can do on expert right now. too hard as shit for that. Hard, then you turn over the ball. Okay, that nigga went. That nigga trash for that. Oh, it's funny watching that shot. That's raw. Oh. That's tragic. Oh, I have to say on that. Finish with 23. Rough. Holy shit, Rafa's playing Final Fantasy 15. Who knew Rafa likes a good RPG? His numbers are a lot lower than usual, probably because he's playing an RPG. I guess he feels how we feel. He feels like the rest of us humans feel when we stream something that people don't want us to stream. Oh yeah, the Glee pad, how it's actually worth what it's worth. Yeah, the beauty of it. I'd say the Helios is worth it. The Helios is worth it. So, all $15 of it.
It's on some old Tommy Compost Dice Raw shit, you know? For my niggas, though. You underestimated greatly. Most number ones ever, how long did it really take me? The part I love most is they need me more than they hate me, so they never take shots. I got everybody on safety. I can load every gun with bullets that fire backwards. You probably wouldn't lose a single rapper. Niggas make threats, can't hear them over the laughter. Yeah, that's cause I'm headed to the bank, nigga. Sinatra lifestyle, I'm just being frank with ya. I mean, where you think she at when she ain't with ya? Wildin', doing shit that's way out of your budget. Owl sweaters inside her luggage, you gotta love it. Damn, this shit could go on a tape. Bitches loving my drive, I never give it a break. Get these niggas the look, the verse, and even the hook. That's why every song sound like Drake featuring Drake. Straight, white free, why is it always me? Got us watching our words like it's wiretaps on the team. Cause I show love, never get the same out of niggas. Guess it's funny how money can make change out of niggas for real. Some nobody started feeling themselves. A couple somebody started killing themselves. A couple albums dropped, those are still on the shelf. I bet them shits would've popped if I was willing to help. I got a gold trophy from the committee for validation. Bad press during the summer over allegations. I ain't lying, my nigga, my time is money. That's why I ain't got the time for a nigga whose time is coming. A lot of niggas PR stunting like that's the movement. And I'm the only nigga still known for the music, I swear. Fuck them niggas this year, I made Forbes list, nigga. Fuck your list, everything's looking gorgeous. Without me, rap is just a bunch of orphans. But if I stayed in this shit, it's a bunch of corpses. And me and my dread nigga from New Orleans, stashing money like hoarders off multi-platinum recordings. Eating like I'm seated at Swiss Soto and Yosos. Nothing was the same
BeatAim, this shit for Easy and Coco. This shit for Kareem, this shit for Javon, this shit for Julius, Melly Mill. Boy, we do this shit for real. All them boys in my wheel, all them boys is my wheels. Anything happen to Pop, then I got you like Uncle Phil. Weezy been on the edge, you niggas just need to chill. If anything happen to Pop, he might pop a nigga for real. Coming live from the screw face, living out a suitcase. But I'm feeling good, Johnny got me pushing 2 plates. My weight up, I refuse to wait up, I started a new race. It's funny when you think a nigga blew up after Lupe. Niggas treat me like I've been here for 10. Some niggas been here for a couple, never been here again. I'm on my King James shit, I'm trying to win here again. A young nigga trying to win here again, man, what's up? Hey, yeah, a young nigga trying to win here again. If I like I just fly to the city I'm in. I got a drinking with your boy, I got it fucked up, shout it. Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's go a lot higher.
How many brothers fell victim to the street? Rest in peace, son. There's a heaven for you. Be alive if I told you that I never.
It's on. Yeah. It's on some old Tommy Compost Dice Raw shit, you know? For my niggas though. You underestimated greatly. Most number ones ever. How long did it really take me? The part I love most is they need me more than they hate me, so they never take shots. I got everybody on safety. I can load every gun with. You sound like a. Okay.
Yeah. Let's take them back. Coming up, I was confused. My mama kissing a girl. Confusion occurs coming up in the cold world. Daddy ain't around, probably out committing felonies. My favorite rapper used to sing, check out my melody. I wanna live good, so shit, I sell dope for a 4-finger ring. One of them gold ropes. Nana told me if I pass, I get a sheepskin coat. If I can move a few packs, I get the hat. Now that'd be dope. Tossed and turned in my sleep that night. Woke up the next morning, niggas just stole my bike. Different day, same shit, ain't nothing good in the hood. I run away from this bitch and never come back if I could. Hated to love it, the underdogs on top. And I'm gon' shine on me until my heart stop. Go ahead, envy me. I'm Raps MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. Hated to love it, the underdogs on top. And I'm gon' shine on me until my heart stop. Go ahead, envy me. I'm Raps MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. On the grill of my low rider, guns on both sides, right above the gold wires. I 4-5 them, kill a nigga on my song and really do it. That's the true meaning of a ghost rider. 10 G's to take your daughter out of Air Forces. Believe you me, homie, I know all about losses. I'm from Compton where the wrong colors be cautious. One phone call, I had your body dumped in Marcy. I stay strapped like car seats, been banging since my little nigga Rob got killed for his.
What the? Do you see that, Skip?
95, I kill you if you try me for my Air Max 95s. Told Banks when I met him I'ma ride, and if I gotta die, I'd rather homicide. I ain't had 50 cent when my grandmama died. Now I'm going back to Cali with my Jacob on. See how time fly.
The underdogs on top, and I'm gon' shine on me until my heart stop. Go ahead, envy me. I'm Raps MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. Hated to love it, the underdogs on top, and I'm gon' shine on me until my heart stop. Go ahead, envy me.
I'm Raps MVP, and I ain't going nowhere so you can get to know me.
From the beginning to the end, losers lose, winners win. This is real, we ain't got to pretend. The cold world that we in, it's full of pressure and pain. Enough for me, nigga, now listen to game.
Used to see 5-0 throw the crack by the bench, now I'm fucking with 5-0, it's all starting to make sense. My mom's happy she ain't gotta pay the rent, and she got a red bow on that brand new Benz. Waiting on shot money to land, sitting in the range, thinking how they spent $30 million on airplanes when his kids starving. Pockets going and Brenda still throwing babies in the garbage. I wanna know what's going on like I hear Marvin. No school books, they use that wood to build coffins. Whenever I'm in the booth and I get exhausted, I think, what if Marie Baker got that abortion? I love you, ma.
Underdogs on top, and I'm gon' shine, homie, until my heart stop.
Go ahead, envy me. I'm Raps MVP, and I ain't going nowhere so you can get to know me.
Ready to love it, the underdogs on top, and I'm gon' shine, homie, until my heart stop.
Go ahead, envy me. I'm Raps MVP, and I ain't going nowhere so you can get to know me.
Thank you.